Hopefully I've got this thing sharp enough. There we go. Cheoff Geoff here. Welcome to my kitchen. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button. If you like what you're seeing, give me a big thumbs up. Okay, so if you want to think like a chef, guys, you gotta love and respect your knives. So with that in mind, I'm going to teach you guys a couple of different techniques to keep a really good sharpness on your knives and do it easily at home. And the whole thing with knives, if your knife isn't sharp, it's just going to create a lot of extra work. So you're not going to be able to cut your vegetables quickly. There's a really good chance if your knife is not very sharp, it'll increase the chance for you to cut yourself, and nobody wants that. So we're going to use the honing blade, or rod, in rod we trust, and we're also going to use this two-stage singular piece here for sharpening. So let's get started. Okay, so I've neglected this little paring knife for a really long time. It has really no edge at all, and I'll just demonstrate what I mean. I've got this little cherry tomato, and I'm just like sawing through it, and nothing's. Oh, there's a little slice, but it required a whole lot of work to get it cut. So we're going to use this little two-stage sharpening device here, and it's very, very simple to use. So you have two pieces to it. You have your coarse side and you have your fine side. And all you got to do here is run it just a few times from the bottom of your blade to the tip. You don't need a whole lot of pressure. You're just going to do it about 2 or 3 times. One more. And then we're going to do the same thing on the fine side. And I'm just putting pressure just a little bit on the bottom of the blade, and I'm just evenly pulling it through right to the tip. One more. And there we go. So every time you sharpen a knife, you're going to get little flecks from your sharpening tool. So you just want to give it just a quick little clean off there. And let's just check our tomato and see how we're looking here. So I'll just flip it over. And there you go. Really, really simple, really clean, and it just makes your life so much easier to have a sharp knife. Okay, same deal. My utility blade here is like about as sharp as a ball. We'll do the same thing. We'll do the same kind of process here with my my little cherry tomato, and like it's barely cutting through at all. Like this is not a blade that I have loved, and I need to take ownership over that. And let's get this baby nice and sharp. So, as I was saying before, in rod we trust. This is a honing rod, and the whole concept with these and sharpening your knife is your knife already has an edge on the side here, and all this honing knife is going to do will bring back the sharpness and will hone the sharpness of your blade. This is a diamond honing rod. It's fancy. You guys don't need to have something like that. You can just buy a ceramic, you can buy stainless steel. The process I'm going to show you is exactly the same. So you want to lock your wrist and hold it in place. Your knife, you want it to be on a 20-degree angle on the blade. And you'll see chefs kind of go like this really fast. Totally unnecessary. You need to do it with purpose and do it slowly and pay attention to what you're doing. And you same process as the two-stage. You start at the bottom and you go straight to the tip. We'll do another couple, and you're just working that edge. And you only got to do it about 5 times. That's number 5. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We'll have that 20-degree angle. And I like having the blade close to my hand like this. But you can do the same thing way up here if you want to do that. But I like being able to watch the blade get really nicely sharpened that way. That's just one of the best sounds in the kitchen. That you can hear the way the sound on the blade changes as it gets sharper and sharper and sharper. So this is about 15 pieces, 15 slices. We'll do one more, and we're good. So really, really important thing to do once your knife, as I was saying before, once your knife is done and you've sharpened it, you've honed it, you're gonna have those little microscopic flecks from your honing rod, they will be on your blade. So you just want to quickly clean off your knife. And I'm going to show you the right way to clean a knife. So every time, whether you've got a really dirty knife and whatever it is, there's stuff all over it, you never bring that knife over to your sink and clean it over the sink. So what you want to do is you want to hold it in place like this, and then just wipe it like that. You don't want to move that knife whatsoever, especially after you've sharpened it, because you're going to have a really, really sharp edge. And if you're moving around and you happen to slip in some way, that's when bad things happen. So once again, we got a nice clean knife. So let's just see if our cherry tomato will slice a little bit better. So there we go. Yeah, she's a beaut. Okay, everyone, I hope you've learned some really good kitchen fundamentals here. And with that in mind, this is the beginning of a series that I'm going to start on my channel called Kitchen Fundamentals. And the whole idea here is to learn some really fundamental skills to be successful and start thinking like a chef here in the kitchen. You've already seen me do a video on how to shuck an oyster. So that's an example of some fundamental skills that I want to keep teaching you guys. So with that in mind also, if there's some things you want to learn, or you want a little bit of tips on things, please give me some ideas in the comment section. All right, so guys, from my kitchen to yours, cheers.